BJ from Game Gumbo. I've got my guest here, Liz Davidson from Beyond Solitaire, talking with Steve. And we talked about a Carcassonne game, but during the conversation, we started talking about semi-co-ops. And I want to talk about one that's out on Gamefound right now. And it's definitely semi-co-op. It's called CHAOS COVE. It's a game by Martin Wallace. And 8 Games is publishing it, but it's really being directed by a local company to us, HUTCHU Games from right down the road in Houston. That's Woody and Adam. They've been on the show before, Steve, Woody and Adam, when they came on with Plunder Bun. But they've been big supporters of Southern Board Game Fest, have been coming every year. And the Gamefound just went live today. It's already about 50% funded for a new company like HUTCHU Games. That's fantastic. They don't get all the publicity that a lot of other people are, so I'm happy to throw them a little bit their way. Martin Wallace, I kind of have I don't want to say I love-hate. I hate any of his games, but I don't love all of the games. So I was definitely interested in playing it because I got to admit, every time I play a Martin Wallace game, I get kind of excited because there's usually some twist that I hadn't thought of, some weird thing like, oh, let's do a train game and throw zombies in it. There's always something like that. Liz, are you a fan of Martin Wallace games? Do you have? I couldn't find any that you've reviewed. Steve and I were just doing a quick check.
Yeah. Well, Martin Wallace doesn't do a whole lot that would be right in my wheelhouse, but every time I play a Martin Wallace game, I have a good time.
Hey, we've got Adam from HUTCHU Games in the chat. Thanks for joining in, Adam. We're talking about your game right now.
So, basically, I'm always looking for, more solo-oriented games, and I associate Martin Wallace with stuff that, I guess there's Australia, but that one I didn't love the theme, so I didn't do much with it. But I played A Study in Emerald. I had fun with that. Mm-hmm. I thought Discworld was really good, but it just doesn't fit what my channel is about.
Steve loves that game.
It wouldn't stop me from playing. It's a fine game. I really enjoyed that one a lot. So I've had good experiences with Martin Wallace games, and I saw his name. I thought, that should do well. It's a Martin Wallace game, but I don't have extensive. He's got a deep catalog. I haven't played it much more deeply than those games.
Well, Steve, I'm like Maggie. I get attracted by themes. Even box covers, will just get me. And the theme of this game is really cool. So pirates, we've got a lot of plunder. We've got a lot of rum. We've been enjoying our private little island. We're probably getting close to retirement. We're all anthropomorphic animals, by the way, but instead of just regular pirates. And in fact, it's too nice out there because the pirates and the barbarians have to come into our island in our beautiful little CHAOS Cove, and they're just gonna muck with us and try to take over some of our places. And that's what that's the theme of this game. So automatically, right off the bat, I'm interested in the theme. We're semi-co-op because at the same time, like you were talking about, Liz, with that other game, those 2 areas on the top and the bottom, they're actually in the left and right when you're playing the game.
Yeah.
Those represent the pirates come in to attack you, and the barbarians come in to attack your little island. So you got to deal with those every round. Over the course of the rounds, everybody's got to take care of those attacks, because if the board ever fills up at the bottom, a la Pandemic style, if there's no more room on the bench like Challengers to put the pirates or barbarians that you didn't deal with, everyone loses. So you don't want to just run over the last player, because the last player is just going to dump on you and say, "Oh yeah, we're all going to lose." But where I really thought the game shined and what was really unique, you see all those circles over there? They're meant to be sort of like cannonballs, but what they really are 16 different characters. Picture worker placement, right? 16 different characters, and all 16 are used in every game, Steve.
Wow.
How? Oh my God, mind is blowing, right? So what happens is you split up the characters between all 4 players, or if there's a third player, it's just those 4 dead characters that aren't being used. And everybody each round uses the 4 characters that they've been assigned. Those meeples, though, are actually, they have little tiny player bonus powers. So maybe one says, if I go to this section, no one else can go to this section. Or if I go to this section, I'm going to get some cool benefit. You use those 4, and then at the end of the round, Steve, you got to give up those 4 to the player to your left. So you're going to use all 16 of these characters while you're playing. And look, this artwork is just gorgeous. If you can take a look, it's it's really thematic artwork. Now, Adam and Woody have been listening to a lot of the feedback. they wanted to showcase the beautiful artwork that you see here. And so you don't see what each of those areas on the map actually does something. And instead, they give you a little player aid that you see in the bottom left-hand corner. And the player aid tells you what each of those areas do. Some people really enjoyed it. Nick Oben from the Beans and Dice crew said, that's perfect. I want to look at the art, and I want to look at my little cheat sheet, and I can tell instantly without having to peer across the board at what's going on, right? For me, I like the little cheat sheet on the board, you know?
Yeah.
I kind of want to know what each space is going to do. So they've decided that they're going to double side the board. So one side will feature all the beautiful art. The other side will show. I want to say Jamie Stegmeyer did that from maybe Viticulture, if I remember right. One side had all the art and all the names and all the things, and then on the back side it was just the art. So Adam says originally it was Pirates and Barbarians, but it's so confusing, so now it's just Pirates and Barbarians. No. I'm still calling it Pirates and Barbarians because I love that. So definitely a little take that, but you don't want to leave the last player behind. You want to build up your little engine on your player board, basically trying to collect all the buildings and get all those special powers. But at the same time, you got to make sure that everybody's doing that, or else the Pirates and the Barbarians are gonna, ruin the game and lose it. It's an interesting one. It's already 50% of the way funded. Has anything I said attracted you, Steve, Liz? Any interest in there? Any questions?
It's a euro. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What are these colors?
Oh, the colors. Why is it so colorful?
Yeah.
This is not a beige as the Rage game.
Me.
It's definitely not a city name, and it's definitely not a beige as the Rage game. This is definitely very colorful. The artwork is just gorgeous, and there's a lot of pieces and a lot going on, a lot of resources. So if you like that resource management, you're going to like that. You're going to recognize that as one of the traits that you see. There's Evan. Where's my beige city name? Yeah. Liz, we do play a lot of games that are just boring brown and they've got a city name, right? I try to dress it up, but sometimes that's just what it is. What do you think, Liz?
I mean, okay, I'll be real. This is not something that I would ever buy again because I buy solo games. But the concept was nice. You said Ape Games is affiliated with it, right?
Yes.
As well?
Yes.
So, Pampera was really nice. It looked like I was turning into a really good production. So I trust anything that Ape has hands on. Hey,
my buddy Carlos is working on Pampera and CHAOS Cove. He's doing the graphic design for both of them. That Pampera looks good.
It does. Yeah. And I've interviewed the designer and I previewed that one. I thought that was very good. And then, Martin Wallace, if he is your kind of designer, I really, it's a good somebody who cares about the quality of the games they produce and a good designer. If it's your sort of thing, then it's probably for you.
Yeah, Adam says it's a Europe with some little punch your friends in the face mechanics. Very interactive. So people that say that Euros are multiplayer solitaire, man, Steve, this did not feel like multiplayer solitaire at all.
Okay.
And I do like the colorful way. If I remember right, and Adam can correct me if I'm wrong, but Liz, I think there's a solo mode for this one. But I don't know if it's official yet. So maybe we got to get that Kickstarter fund or the Gamefound funded to see if that'll come to fruition. But we've got a raid.
Yeah, whatever. You love me, you don't. Up front.
I shouldn't say anything. I don't actually know anything on that. But we got Benita checking in. Hey, Benita, what's up? It's a Panda raid. Welcome in. Thank you. Got a bunch of people checking in. We are talking. Oh, yeah. Carlos is working on the solo mode, still working on it. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That'll be something to keep an eye on. That is CHAOS Cove. Go check out the Gamefound project. It's up right now. You can check it out. It's first day, Steve, and it's already halfway through. So
yeah. Big day for releases today.